All right. I think we're here. My phone says we're here. But do I believe it? Or is it all just a ruse? Hello. How are you? I guess I'll do the computer main. You're not going to see me that close. I have survived. Barely. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so the trip. Do I want to talk about the trip at all? Or should I save it for the YouTube video? I guess I can talk a little bit about it. So I think I managed half, probably like 50%. And for the record, I can pull up a map. Do both. Oh man. Hello, Heather. How are you? Yeah. We'll talk about it a little bit. Just gotta get this. Alright, so this is the Laurel Highlands. This is what we were doing. And something they don't tell you about the map, which we had to figure out the hard way, is that one, it's like kind of huge, so it loads kind of slowly. But as well is the actual shelters. Actually, let's just look at the top here. So you can see every so often there's like the shelters, like RT30, RT271, whatever. They're not on the trail. They're like 1 to 2 miles off the trail. Sometimes downhill, sometimes uphill, whatever, which isn't typically a problem. Like if you're smart and you just do 5 miles and then like, oh, you have another mile or two to go to the shelter, like no big deal. But man, when this starts adding up and you start doing more and more and more and more and more and more miles, like, and then you have to take like a mile to go to that, a mile to go to the parking lot, a mile to go to this, like it takes forever. Did you earn a Boy Scout badge? Nah, dude. I don't think you earn a Boy Scout badge for failures. Actually, we should look at the Boy Scout badge for hiking. Let's see if I earned it. Because I do kind of want to know. Hiking merit badge. Hello, Jazz, by the way. How are you today? Hiking merit badge. Just look at the current. Okay, this is the merit badge for hiking. Boy Scouts of America. Now form. It's called Scouts of America. Oh no, it's still Boy Scouts of America. Huh? I thought it was Scouts of America now. Interesting. This weekend sucks. Why does this weekend suck for you, man? Tell me. Alright, so the requirements for hiking are explaining to your counselor the most likely hazards you may encounter while hiking and what you should do to anticipate, help prevent, mitigate, and respond to these hazards. I don't know, man. I mean, we prepared for the bears with the bear bags, so maybe that's it. I just didn't plan for any of the other hazards I ran into, like blisters or anything like that. Show that you know first aid for injuries or illnesses that could occur while hiking. Yeah, including hypothermia, frostbite, dehydration, heat exhaustion, heat stroke, sunburn, hyperventilation, altitude sickness, sprained ankle, blisters, insect. Well, look at dude. I can handle most of these things. I don't honestly know what I would do for a snake bite. I'm assuming you just breathe into a bag for this. What can you do after you get the sunburn? Nothing. Heat exhaustion and heat stroke. I imagine you rest under shade or something and stop doing stuff. Dehydration, well, you need sodium, potassium, water, obviously. Frostbite, it's over. Hypothermia, you're done. Ticks, I've handled plenty of ticks. I've picked off so many ticks. I can handle ticks easily. As for insect stings, we can talk about that in a second. Let's see, dude. Nightmares all 3 nights, and my washer broke yesterday, and my bathroom sink is leaking today. Dude, that's great. You didn't tag that. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Jade. I did have the thing up for the Discord. I forgot to tag it. Appreciate it. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, he survived. I did survive. Barely. Snake bite equals die. Yeah, snake bite is dead. exactly what it is. Here, actually, I know it's probably more annoying for you guys, but it's easier for me if I have this on my screen because then I get the little notification that comes up. Um, okay. Yeah. Honestly, that sounds terrible. Our Jade is painting the doors in the office, but we both came down with sickness. Um, so, and then for some reason, our freaking sink is getting clogged, so we have to deal with that somehow. So that'll be good. And then, so yeah, it's kind of a rough week to start, I should say, because it's only Monday. But anyways, to get back on topic here, requirements. Show good hiking proper outdoor etiquettes. I think we did that pretty well. Hiking safety. Okay, so daytime and night, I kind of failed that too. Um, this somehow is me snaking it to Bruno's exes. Bruno's exes. I don't know if I get that. And then wear proper care of feet or footwear. Nah, we didn't do that. We didn't do that at all. So for the hair, let's show. Let's cite our sources here. So I tried to do barefoot, and I managed barefoot. Oh, it's his emote. Sorry, my bad. I didn't even see it. So I did barefoot for this entire part here. This is like 5 miles up to this shelter, and I got lost. Uh, and I was so slow during this section because it's all rocks. I didn't think the mountain would be all rocks, but it's literally all rocks. So everyone got ahead of me, and I was like, you know what, guys, just go on. I'll manage it. And that ended up being a mistake because then I ended up being like without water because I ran out of water and then had to spend like another 8 miles trying. I did eventually put on the shoes at the 5 mile point after I got lost. But yeah, trying to do that, and then I had to do it at night. Oh my god, that was a whole another thing. So definitely the hiking part, safety at night. If anything would have attacked me at night, it'd have been over. I don't think I would have heard it. Hearing aids or not, it's just a bunch of sounds and me and a headlamp. Granted, I would have fell on it with 50 pounds of weight that I was carrying for this whole part. So yeah, I ended up doing. So it was like, okay. The guys were like, yo, dude, let's skip the first shelter, right? 5 miles in. Let's skip it and let's just go to the next one instead. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 miles. And then plus like however many, like a mile and a half or 2 miles to get to the shelter. So they're like, let's just do a 16-mile day. I'm like, bruh, 16 miles? And I didn't realize it till, I don't know, maybe about here I was like, oh shit, this is going to be terrible. And then like, I think about here or something, I ran out of water. And I was like, oh fuck, I gotta keep going now. And I got 50 pounds on my back. So I did manage to make it to that shelter. That was terrible. Yeah, get camped. I should have just camped, honestly, out there. But I was worried that with my food, since I had a bunch of food and stuff, that it was going to be a poor decision. Because I guess I did have the bear bag. I could have hung it up. But I was not well versed at this point. I was not a mountain man. I did not earn my hiking requirement education until the rest of the week. And I also didn't know how to set up my hammock very well. So I was kind of just like SOL as far as that goes. So I got to camp like super late. I think Gabe kept calling me like every couple hours. He's like, what's the last mile marker you saw? And I'm like, oh God, it was like this number. He's like, you still got like 5 more miles to go, buddy. He's like, I'll call you in 3 hours. Oh man, and then you're moving. I think I was moving like a mile an hour. It was horrible. Especially at night too. And then you got to watch to make sure you're still on the trail so you don't get lost. So that was pretty good. So yeah, that was that. That was for day 1, I should say. Then we did day 2. In the future, guys, don't leave someone behind. I think it would have been fine if I wasn't like super new to it. I don't know. There's a part of me that doesn't, like, I get it. Everybody's going to walk at their own pace sort of thing. I think next time I'd be much faster because I would definitely pack literally nothing. Like, I would pack the lowest amount of stuff. Like, I'm just eating, like, fucking rice. Nah, rule one, stay together. Yeah, maybe sometimes, but I can definitely see, like, one of the guys in our group was super quick. So, anyways, after all of this stuff, we ended up doing day 2 because we left our car at the halfway point, which was all the way over at shelter 31. Cody's literally never hiked before. Never hiked. So we had to get to RT31 for the shelter thing. But by day 2 of doing day 2, like, my legs were broken because we had to do this. And then this whole day is a blur to me, dude. They got, like, a picture of me, like, on the ground. I fell asleep at some point because they had, like, a lunch break or something, and I had just gone. I couldn't do it. And then they woke me up, and I was like, oh, fuck, we got to keep walking, don't we? We're only halfway through. And it was, like, another fucking, like, 8 miles to go. It was terrible. But you can see here, so the elevation shift, this is, like, 1,200 feet up to, like, what is that, 2,400 or something, and then it gets about here. So, like, by the time I got to the shelter, I ascended the elevation barefoot, and then I had the shoes on, and this is when I started getting the blisters. Day 2, because I didn't realize hiking socks existed. That's a pretty useful knowledge tidbit to learn after doing this trip. So yeah, we just blitzed that in like a day, and then I was broken. I couldn't do anything else. So I told the guys, I was like, yo, man, how about I just stay at camp, you guys go get the car, and then you can drop like 20, 30. No, it was worse than normal shoes. If I had been wearing normal shoes, my knees would probably be fine. I was wearing barefoot shoes, which the barefoot shoes, they recommend it, like, for trails and stuff like that, but I'm going to advise against it. Do not wear barefoot shoes on very mountainous regions. And my reason is that at some point you're going to have to go up and down slopes, and you need that padding on your soles, because if you're just having the surface area be the balls of your feet touching, you're not going to be that steady, especially when you're carrying a bunch of weight on your back. At least in my case, I didn't feel that steady, and I had already had blisters on the balls of my feet anyways, so I wouldn't do the barefoot shoes. I would rather have something with a heel on it, because when you're descending the mountain, you can, like, hit something and all the force doesn't go to your knee. So yeah, for worn, well-traveled level trails, I think so too. Don't wear barefoot shoes on mountainous regions if you literally do not prep for it. Don't wear anything if you're not going to prep for it. Yeah, probably. So anyways, after not prepping for it, I managed to do up to there, and then I told the guys, I was like, I'll just stay at camp. They were able to drop like 20, 30 pounds because they didn't have to carry their sleeping gear. They only had to bring enough food for the day. They only had to bring water for the day. No big deal. But they still had like a 16-mile day on top of whatever the couple other miles to go get the car, drive it. They could only go to the parking location, and then they have to walk back to camp and whatever. So they made the car. They drove back to here, etc. And then from that point on, we used that as like a base. And then going forward, we dropped off. So Gabe only did like he did like half the day the following day, because he was broken after day 3. He was like gone. His soul had left his body. And JJ was the only one that looked like he could continue. He wasn't complaining. So that's how we kind of figured it out. And there's this section is kind of what Gabe did. So we drove back to this part where they had gotten the car, and then dropped off JJ, and then JJ did like up to Grindle Ridge, and then I dropped Gabe off at Grindle Ridge, and he did, which is the flattest, easiest section of the entire thing right here. He did the 5 here. Granted, he'd already done like 3.5 days by this point, but he needed that little break in between to do that. And then he ended up doing the next day, which we ended up moving shelters, so I had to pack up everything. And we went to this shelter, 653, which is probably the prettiest shelter. I missed 2 of the shelters. I didn't get to see the Ohio Pile, and I didn't get to see Grindle Ridge. But the 653 was a very pretty shelter, and I had to go descend down into the mountains for that. And then I realized it was actually an easier entrance, but we had to walk up the road a mile or 2. So after scouting that out and doing it the first time, I did that. And then Gabe did like another full day. And then the final day, I ended up coming back for the Electric Boogaloo round 2. And I ended up doing the hardest section of the trail, supposedly because of elevation changes. So he started at the Sugarloaf thing here, just me and JJ, and then Gabe took the car and he was like adamant about getting a Philly cheesesteak. That's the only thing he cared about. He's like, I need a Philly cheesesteak. We suggested he drive to Philadelphia since we were in Pennsylvania anyways, but it was apparently like 5 hours away, so he didn't want to do that. But he got his cheesesteak, and then JJ and I did this one, and it's literally, so we descend a whole ass mountain, and then we climb a whole ass mountain, and then descend it, and then climb another whole ass mountain, and then descend it again. And so by then, yeah, I was fucking done. I probably needed more time in between to recover after my full send of the 50 pounds the first 2 days, because that was really intense. But on the final day, I borrowed Gabe's backpack and just did water, and it was much better. Granted, obviously, if you're not carrying 7 days worth of your backpacking, your hiking, your sleeping, your everything, like, obviously. But I think if I'd had a better bag and then I'd done 30 pounds or less and then actually prepared more, I think I would have stood a better chance. But I was glad the other guys were able to do so much. And JJ was the only one to do the entire thing. Very impressive. Dude, these are whole ass mountains, dude. This is, I know it looks tiny here, but it is a whole ass mountain. It's like probably at least 1,000 something feet here. 1,600 feet, I mean, to ascend and then descend each time. I mean, this is definitely a mountain, descending a mountain. I don't think it's reaching 3,000 feet, but it's probably close to the 2,700 here. 2,700 feet's a mountain to me. I don't know what a mountain is classified as, but it felt like a mountain when you're walking on it, I promise you. So, yeah, that was it. That's pretty much the journey. I got a whole narrative to tell, and and then we got fucking stung by bees in the mountains. The bees, let me tell you, the bees in the mountain are made of something much different. They just see you on sight and they just attack you. I just remember feeling something on my back of my leg and then getting stung, and I just started running. I didn't even think I had any energy to run and just started running. So yeah, as for whether or not we manage the hike, is there any actual hike that you have to do? Oh, look if I'd read this, develop a plan for conditioning yourself for 10-mile hikes. Yeah, speaking of which, we asked this JJ guy, because I don't know him. He's like a friend of Gabe's or whatever. And I was like, what exercise do you do? And he's like, oh, I don't really exercise. And I was like, you must do something. You have to do something. Like, there's no way. And he's like, oh, well, I walk my dog for 2 miles every day and I wear a 20-pound weighted vest. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's just the no exercise this guy's talking about. Just that. So next time my buy list is a 20-pound weighted vest if I'm ever doing this shit again. Oh, man. Okay, and then so this is take 4 10-mile hikes and 1 20-mile hike, each on a different day, and each of continuous miles. Oh, each of continuous miles. Prepare a written hike plan before the hike. Share it with your counselor. You may stop for short rest periods as needed, as well as one meal. Got it. After each hike or during the hike and requirement, write a short report. Give date, description, route, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, I mean, they want you to do, 60 miles. So I think all in all, I managed probably like less than 40 miles. So, but we did do multiple almost 10-mile hikes each day. The last day was like 7 miles, but there was a lot of walking in between getting there and the rest of the stuff leaving there and everything. So we didn't get the merit badge. It would be too charitable to give me the merit badge. I'll have to do better if I want to earn my Boy Scout merit badge. Look at that. Look at that badge. How could you not want to earn that badge? As for the rest of the stuff, I think we could manage. We could get away with. Snake bite equals death, as Drew said. Frostbite, it's over. Just cut it off. Tie it up. That's it. It's not easy. It's easy to not want the merit badge because it's from Boy Scouts and they're lame. Yeah, I wonder what the Girl Scout requirements are for hiking. I'd like to see that. I'll have to go pull out the Girl Scout book at some point. So anyways, that's a brief summary of the hiking trip. Of the suffering and the hiking trip. It was something. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Would I do it again? Maybe. With more conditioning and planning. With some of that non-exercise that JJ was talking about. Maybe. Alright, what are we doing here? I'm going to do some jump off the bridge work. Get into our regularly scheduled programming. Since I last saw you guys, I added the socials the other day. They all just link to my stuff, and then I had to program them so that they change based on the environment. Pretty simple. And then I also did some small sprite work. I made the water for the Qbert level because I wanted something that was harmonious with obviously the aesthetic I'm going for here. So that was pretty fun to animate. And then did I do anything else? I don't think so. I just made a bunch of sprites. That's all I was doing. Spriting away like a little spriter. I made a dueler. I was playing with his hairstyles. I wasn't sure what I'd like, but I think I like the trophy the most. Because he's a champion. Made my Wizards Guild. Made Whirlin. Got Bob's Birdhouse here I was working on. Pretty good. Got the monster suit for the player. Got the monster guards. Had some ideas. I'm cooking over here. Don't worry about me. I got things happening in my head. And we gotta pen them to paper. As is the nature. So yeah, I think that's it. So what am I gonna work on first? Good question. I don't know. We should probably go back to the tree. I also found some kind of chiptune thing I think I'm going to try to learn for making music for this level. We'll see how it goes. I'm not a chiptune guy. I've never used a tracker before. I guess it's like a type of music creation software where you just put in like the chords and stuff and then it works. Don't ask me how it works. I got no idea. Maybe a chiptuner could explain it to me. Alright, so last time we left off, the tree greets us. Speaking of music. When do I get the Go Fuck Yourself song on Spotify? Soon. Space Marine stream 2 when? Or Space Marine 2 stream, I don't know, Jacob. I heard it was good. And to answer your question, Jazz, soon. I'm not sure how soon, but soon. I need to record some stuff. And then I just gotta send it off. I probably gotta get it mixed as well and mastered. I did it through Fiverr last time. I had some guy in Egypt do it for me. He did a good job. I think the album sounds good. Do I want to use his services again? I don't know. We'll see. I've been fiending. Yeah, I heard the Space Marine game looked good, dude. It looked pretty funny. I see clips. Seems good. Go to Mo. Seems good. It's true, Thomas. How you doing today, Thomas? And how you doing today, Jacob? I'm sorry to hear that your day sounds like it's going terrible, Jazz. Or your week. A rough start. I'm debating also, I may want to add 2 more hearts to this boss, but we're going to have to prototype her and actually make the fight fun. And if I find the fight fun enough, then we will give her more hearts. If I hate the fight, Then we're not. It's like no, I don't think so. That's not what I was going for. I don't even remember that tree until you mentioned it right now. Nah, dude, it's overgrowth, dude. It's the motherly tree. Landlord has done a great job. Knew this thing like because he just wrapped it in duct tape. Duct tape definitely sounds like it would solve a leak. Oh, I also remember there's a bug on this level. I think if we yeah, I gotta find the bug. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it's when she throws. You finally bought a new PC. Awesome. Glad to hear it. So if we stab her in the eye. Also, I discovered he put my front door on wrong, which is why it doesn't close all the way. Like, you mean like he flipped it the wrong way or something? Or it's inside out? I can't imagine what he would do wrong. Yeah, that sounds terrible. Should document that. So if we do this and pick this, then she changes her face again, but she's already stabbed, so that's the bug. So we gotta fix that. Put a latch hole in the wrong spot. Oh, that might do it. I see. And Jacob, you said something about it being humid out? Thank God the heat's gone. Yeah, dude, you've been working all day, right? Working on the farm? I'm assuming you're off now, though, or close to it. It latches, but doesn't seal to the frame. Interesting. That sounds like it's just going to invite every bug outside in. Yeah, new apartment. Just drop down, get a new apartment. Yeah, you work every day. I know you do. You're a workaholic, dude. Still at work. Every day, you worker. You be working. Working those fields. What am I looking for? I'm looking for overgrowth. Kevin Turtle. There it is. Oh, I didn't see it. It was under Watchtower. Okay. This should be green. I'm pretty sure I'm done with that level. Okay. I gotta go to sleep. Good night, man. Have a great night, Thomas. Don't work too hard. I'll try to do something earlier tomorrow. I know you got your morning school scholarly duties as a young lad. All right. Yeah, be safe. Don't have any nightmares. Don't be like Jazz. Easier said than done, I'm sure. All right, what am I doing here? So the problem is that... Thanks, man, you too. Yeah, don't be like me. Okay, thanks, appreciate it. So... we're going to have to look for it. It's going to be... once she's stabbed, she just can't continue her phases. Oh, maybe when I... yeah, hold on. This sets stabbed equals to true. Okay, so then we should probably also just set the rest of the things to true. So you can set clothed to true. Fed to true. And hugged to true. Oh, wait. Why does this already have that in there? Hugged, fed, clothed. They all equal true. But there's something that's changing her face back. After she's already been stabbed. And it's when he goes near... oh, that's because the carcass rib cage calls that dialogue, isn't it? I think it does. Yeah. If carcass touch equal false. Yeah. If stabbed equals false. Then we can do this. So this sets the carcass to touched, and stabbed is already true for her. We're within her. Okay, that should fix that. Emphasis on the should. We shall see. We shall see. Might as well make Bob's level while I'm at it too. Did I make it already? I don't think I did. Oh, I did. Sweet. Maybe I'll animate Bob too. I'm feeling a Bob kind of day. Gotta go clean before I make dinner. Dude, you do it. Good luck. I believe in you. It's just me, the camera, you guys, and Bob's birdhouse. That's where we're at. We're just gonna make sure this tree thing works, and then I could also prototype the tree fight as well. There's a lot of options. Audio group 0. Okay. So the problem is that once the carcass is out, which is literally the only place people say they believe in me. God, I love it here. It's so much nicer. Everybody believes in you. Alright, so we stab her in the eye. And then we go grab this from here. Okay, and she still retains her ugly face. Oh, no, she does not, because of that. I think that's also called in the carcass, though, as well. Yeah. If stabbed equals false. Now you're thinking, this is kind of redundant because it's not really necessary, because there's no way that the player would be able to attack the tree before grabbing the rib, right? Well, you're wrong. And I'm not going to explain why you're wrong, but you're wrong. Because that's future Cody's problem to deal with. And Cody today isn't capable of it. Okay. Let's try it again. Run it back. Give her the hug. Get some beautiful food. Offers a coat. We shank her. I pull this out. She retains her bloody eye. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. So next, we have a lot of options. I kind of want to do just part of the fight, honestly. Because we can just start it like this, and then we could go to a fight phase. My thought is to have the bodies hit the floor. She's also going to get angry at you, the player, too. Would that be a good thing to avoid, though? She also needs to push you whenever you're close. Which we have a push, but What am I in? It's an end step, right? Yeah. Drop code. Yeah, okay. Red pulled is still getting set to true. I also kind of wanted to hold her eye. There's a lot of options. There do be a lot of options. Okay. Let's find overgrow. Quite a big sprite pool we're working with already. How do I want to do the hands here? Does this have a layer that has the face? It doth not. So let's duplicate this. Hold eye. Now we need to take her face. For reference. Oh, actually, we can take the stabbed face too for reference. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Now we gotta, how does this origin link up with the original face? Is it like that? How did I do this origin? This looks pretty close. All we have to do is get in the vicinity of being pretty close. Oh, do we create this at runtime? That's also another thing I want to know. Overgrowth. Yes. Yes, we doth. And what is her origin? It is that. It's the same thing. Maybe it is to there. Okay. So we're going to put a face on the layer. Probably here. That's where I suspect it is. This is the... Oh, this is motherly arms. We don't want to edit that one. Motherly arms is fine. We want... Motherly arms, hold eye. Okay. Add a layer for face. Take our origin, turn it on. Put the face under that. Okay, then we're going to link up with that pixel. Okay. And then we can also add the angry face too. Post stabbed. I think you mean... That means you need to start your Twitch channel. That's true. I think that also means exactly what Jade said. I guess here. Okay. I wanted to kind of hold it like she's suffering, basically. So let's move this hand over here. Well, just kind of as a reference. And we're going to move this one over here, kind of as a reference, loosely. The main thing we want is just this origin location where the arms are coming out of. I could turn that off. So she probably definitely would move this down and I want it to look kind of spindly. Okay, we have to use a different color here. Let's do something like green for now. so I can see it. I don't know what comfort a tree would find in its prickly branches near its eye, but I feel it would act humane. So sink was officially drained, but we're not going to be able to use it until we snaked it, FYI. So we either got to bucket cleaning dishes or forgo them for a day or two unless you want to go back to the grab and the hand snake. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I'll think about it. I kind of wanted to try the boiling water plunge method, but that just sounds kind of like a recipe for disaster. I've never used a snake, so I don't really know what that looks like. I don't know what the process looks like. I don't know what the snake looks like. It's like a pipe cleaner that spins. Yeah, we can go grab that tonight. That's not a big deal. I was intending on trying to do dishes today, so I think it's worth the 30-minute drive. 15 there, back to get it. And then feed it into the wall. Oh, you take the P-trap off, then feed it into the wall, and then scrub it up your pipes. Okay, makes sense. Okay, this arm is okay, but let's give it another attempt. I want to see what we can come up with here. See what we can cook with here. This is like a weird tree, so I feel like some sort of tree-like. It does not have to be perfect, but it should look cool. I'm avoiding the dishes before doing this. Should I get takeout or make another frozen pizza? A lot of questions from you. It's up to you, man. It's your life. I don't live it. Get what you want. I don't want to decide. I'm lazy. It's a whole new level of lazy. Frozen pizza's quicker. I think the oven's already out too. Maybe I'm thinking too hard about this. Because see, when I turn it to the color, it's kind of just going to look like a congealed blob mess anyways. Do you want to do our other hand too? I like this one more. Let's keep this one. And then let's do another layer for the other one. Make it red. Even a tree would put pressure on a wound in this world. That's an attempt. I'm going to leave that where it is, and then we're going to program something. Try our hand at the logic. Alright, so my thought is that we're going to have... How do I want to do this? SPR carcass. We're just going to prototype something here. There's no sense in spending all this time doing something if it's not fun to play first. So let's just do like a... This is my corpse. Actually, to make it grim looking. There we go. My thought is that these are going to fall. And then flatten out in some capacity. Okay, that's fine. We're just testing it. So I want her to angrily drop corpses and then chop them up and try to eat them. Could try that. So she needs some kind of grab hand. I think I copied some of her hands, so let's just grab one of those. Nope, I did not. Okay. I just want the color. Is kind of what I'm looking for here. Okay. This. Open it wider a little bit to make it look like she's going for you. You can even do like a... It's a basic struggle grab. Yeah, that's fine for now. Okay. So the bodies fall intermittently, randomly. She goes to grab. If she grabs you, she kills you. Seems simple enough. Okay. What do we need for this? We're going to need... We can actually make fall. Whoa, wrong one. Just do it again. Delete this. This one's going to be fall. Delete that. Delete this. Okay. And then we probably want to center it somewhere. Okay. My only problem is it feels mechanically very similar to Old Rust, and I don't know if I like that. Because a similar idea here is that the corpses would fall, and then you'd try not to get caught by them. And you kind of want to throw the corpse at her hand to prevent it from hitting you. I guess this one stuns you, it does not pull you forward, but it pulls the dynamite forward. This giant creepy tree. I can give her all number of immeasurable attacks. I guess we can bolster her. She could throw corpses. She could send spikes up. Ooh, that's actually a good attack. I like that idea. Let's start with that first. A big, disgusting spike upwards. Maybe it juts up and down. Let's try that. Twitch is giving you a hard time today, Jade. Trying to close you out for trying to look at sync videos. It's like, we know you ain't watching. You're only caring about syncs right now. Kind of like how that looks. Kind of looks like a tree. That makes sense. My vote is we open the P-trap first to look at it, and then we go and get the snake. Yeah, but what if we like open it up and we see there's something in the P-trap? Or like it's easily... I mean, I guess it's probably better to have the tool, isn't it? My thought is that what if we just solve the problem before we have to go and get it, but it is only 15 minutes to go grab it and 15 minutes to drive back, so. Yeah, unless it's a solid brick of fat. You're probably right. Alright, we need some blood. Yeah, the plunging would have gotten it out. You're correct about that. Yeah, you'll notice the new version of Game Maker has removed the colors to even choose from. They must be doing something with the sprite editor. It's just slightly inconvenient when you need to instantly click white or black or something. The rest of the colors I kind of just make up, so it doesn't necessarily matter. What the fuck is that? Okay. Looking pretty good. I want this to be more covered up top though. Looks pretty good. Nice. Looks like a disgusting spike. Perfect. Obviously want it here for our point of origin. So, I mean, we can just program something kind of simple for that, I think. Oh, sorry. Let's work on, what is our collision box? That is kind of big. Is that still too big? It feels kind of big. I like that most. We'll see how easy it is to jump over it though. Because how do I want to do it? Do I want to do an up and then a down and then it continues forward? Or do I want to just do an endless line of them? I think I like the up and down. Let's do that. So we have we could just do a phase system for this too. Make it easy. Okay. So phase 1's going to be up. Phase 2's going to be down. Move left. And then it's going to go up again. Maybe we'll wait a second. Yeah. Actually, maybe it should be... a lot of doubt today. If phase equals 1... timer is greater than 0. This is technically all before the up. We gotta know how far we are underground. Well, we're 32 pixel underground when we start. So... we probably want to record our Y. I guess we do kind of already record it though. All right. Oh, this should be y plus equals v speed. And then I think I'm just going to add v speed, right? If y is greater than y start, which is our starting y. Oh no. Will that work? Yeah, it should work. Minus 32. Because we're 32 under. Maybe. Maybe I'm doing that right. Timer equals 30. Subtracting timer. Else v speed equals 4. And then same thing but opposite. If y is less than y start, less than y start. Feel like getting food. I don't know if people would find that entertaining. Fun idea though. You can make your stream about getting you food. Else we're gonna phase 1 timer equals 30. Then we're gonna do y x minus equals 16. Your audience will find you. If you build it, they will come. Yeah, I'm sure there's like some feeder stuff people are really into. $16. Does that work? I think so. It feels like it's not going to because I think I did this wrong, but... we shall see. Let us put it here. Put it on the bullets layer. So that we may see how this functions. Oh, and then we can make it kill the player too. Forgot about that. It will be an end step. We'll see if my strange code works. It doth nothing. I forgot to set the face one. Oop. Oh. I bet it would have worked. You got me food. I don't know about that. I don't know if it would have. I'm going to be honest. Doesn't sound like it would have made it work. If I just made it like -8. That goes up. We'll see how that works. I want some sort of accelerating upward momentum, but if it's up in 4 frames, doth it really matter? Okay. What the fuck is happening here? Oh, I'm forgetting to set to 0. I still gotta read my book club from my book club this week, dude. Time flying fast. We're reading Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which I think they've probably formally changed to Blade Runner now for the title, but I like the original title more. Much slower than I would like, but it does work. It's kind of a shrug. It needs to be much faster. Much faster. How much faster, though? Up for 1/3 of a second? Maybe that's too much. Maybe we should just be up for 1/6 of a second. I can also hide it on another layer too to see what that looks like. Definitely want some acceleration on that upward movement. I think that would help, but it's pretty good. Let's see what it looks like if it is under the grass. Because I think it should be faster up and slower down. Be like, you know, give it that sort of feel. Hey, looks pretty good. Something I can work with. Looks like it's hard to hit it if you're following it. I could have some sort of telegraph effect as well. Yeah, I guess it doesn't have to move forward like that. It could just be a cluster of them or something, or it could be like a bunch of them on the ground notifying you where she's gonna stab, and you gotta look at all of the telegraphs and avoid it and find a place that's safe to stand. So there's a lot you can do with the spike. I'm moving 16, right? Yeah. Pretty good so far. Alright, we can make some variations of the spike too. Okay. We just kind of want to keep the same profile, but it can be slightly different. Some slightly different variations to diversify it just a little bit. Okay. Oh. I drew this on the blood layer. Mistakes were made. Okay. Now we got the blood. Oh, actually, let's add some little twigs on there. A little bit of variation on the sides. I'm cool with that. Okay. How's that blood? Okay. Looks pretty good. And this one. Can't believe I have to make my own food. I know. It's a cruel world out there. The brutality that some people have to go through. Okay, I got some variation in those. That's cool. And then we could just add a bunch and see what it looks like. See what we're working with. Let's gotta write our new chunk. Oh, man. Sweet. Looks great. Much more difficult to dodge. So if it wouldn't hit you, it wouldn't hit you. Yeah, okay. Even though they're not shrinking, it gives this illusion of like a shrinking, thinning aspect to these. It's kind of weird. You can also jump over them. If you're good. Looks like you can get over 2. That's a pretty challenging little thing there. Okay. can also add a if x is less than 0. Actually, minus 32. So it'll destroy itself if it's kind of like out of bounds. And then, yeah, and then in code now we can call the spikes. I might change their effect slightly. Gah, he's alive? How? Hello, Bronoham, how are you? How was your day? How was work? I'm testing my spikes. I actually think the top tip of the hitbox is too high. It should be a little bit lower. More forgiving. Good, man. Glad to see you moving. Yeah, I am moving. Yeah, I got back, and then I got like a fever or some kind of infection or something. And then, yeah, now I'm here after like a week. So I get back and I was like, oh man, I can finally rest. I can finally sit down and just peacefully heal my knees. No, it was not the case. I was like, hello, Prosto. How are you doing? How's your day? How's your head? Work was great. Got many phone calls about business. Businesses I'm looking to acquire. Businesses you're looking to acquire? You becoming a business lord already, dude? What happened? What kind of businesses are you acquiring? Raccoon hand wave. That's what that yellow hand represents, the raccoon hand. Hello. Yet alive. That's good. Another day. Yet alive. Day just started. Even better. Got a whole day ahead of you. Like 30 minutes ago. Amazing. And you're starting it off with me. It's Monday, isn't it? Yeah, dude. Here on a Monday. I'm in the business now. What does that even mean? What are you talking about? What businesses are you acquiring? Tuesday. Ah, okay, you're in the future. Got it. I'm stuck on Monday. I'm in the past, dude. You know me. It does feel a little more forgiving. Here is Tuesday already. In the future, yeah. It sucks. That sucks, man. That sucks to hear that. Hopefully it'll get better from here. Alright, so we can do some phases. Let's unevolve back. Back to what? To raccoons, which is what we hail from, I imagine, in your lore. Don't think you can get out of this question, Tyler. What businesses are you acquiring? I gotta know. What business are you doing? You getting a t-shirt business? You buying up some small mom and craft pops? What are you doing? Back to the damn algae. All the way there? That might be a little far. It's impossible to tell. Hee hee hee. I'm picturing like you tee-hee-heeing in the corner. Did you give up programming, by the way? I gotta know. Are you going down there? Are we fixing the shirt today? You better be streaming after me, I swear. Mom and Craft Pops? Yeah, Pops. We can re-evolve into something less stupid. Something less stupid. Yeah, we go back to algae and then we hit something else on the way up. Now, honestly, just looking into what I can afford and getting info on how they run. Okay, sweet. That doesn't answer my question of what exactly you're looking at, though. I gotta know. What are the proverbial businesses? coding tonight. Lie. I refuse to be less stupid. A lot of defiance in chat. I've cultivated. Fixed the shirt, made Heather one, made one with a piggy on it. Dude, you didn't do any of that on stream? KMS myself, dude. Actually KMS myself. Guy spends 2 hours putting vinyl on a shirt backwards and doesn't give us the good way. For shame. Honestly, for shame. I'm gonna lose it. Last call was about a healthy vending machine. Kind of a franchise thing, so I don't know about that one. Gotcha. Yeah, didn't Heather mention something about getting vending machines? Jade's family used to do vending machines. That's at one point. But I work so fast without chat, but I never get as far. Yeah, you work super fast without chat. You're like a speed demon. The Tasmanian devil over here. Running your own sweatshop out of your room, dude. But it's chat's fault, obviously. You can only work your best when you're not reading. Vending machines are a pain. Jade would know. Yeah, why didn't you ask Jade first? You're calling these people? Laundromats are a pain. Coin op things are a pain. That's what she's saying. She doesn't like coin op stuff. Laundromats are lame. Nobody likes this pain. Yeah, I saw like a thing I thought was kind of cool. Somebody took a vending machine and they were selling local art out of the vending machine. I was like, that's kind of cool. Very fun way to get people involved in a small community thing, and most likely no one's going to really break into it. I had people count my change. It was still a pain. Now you sound like Jacob. I worked the fields. It was a pain. I worked the tractor. It was a pain. I paid somebody to work the mums, and it still was a pain. Too much effort that there them farming do be. The farmer's life is not for me. I gotta make a banger track for this. Yo, did you guys hear Moon Moon cheated on his wife or whatever? I've seen enough to become disenfranchised with the whole experience, yes. Disenfranchised. Yeah, dude. On his fucking wife at TwitchCon, bro, with his RP partner. He's like, oh, they were, I've already been broken up with my wife for 2 months. It's okay. That's nasty, bro. Yeah, dude, this is nasty. That's drama, too. Drum. Yeah, there's some kind of chats were leaked or something. It's kind of a cringe look, I'm gonna be honest. He said something like, their relationship is not my business. The new two-time champ will be born. I think the bigger drama there is that there was a thought that he was doing it while he was still with his wife. Yeah. He said he was broken up with his wife. What does that mean? I don't know. He said him and his wife have been something for 2 months, but the speculation is that is this bigger than the Try Guy drama, though? I don't know what the Try Guy drama is. The speculation is that he's been doing the RP with his partner for like a long time, so they suspect that it developed into some kind of relationship earlier. But yeah, I guess he said something about not being with his wife or something like that. I'm not really sure. It's kind of like new news, if you can even call it news. It happened across my feed, and I was like, oh, I recognize that face. This looks like drama. And it was drama. Not particularly interesting drama, but drama. I was just debating if there's anything I can include in this level that I could use to make fun of it. I don't think so. I think the level's pretty good on its own. We got this one, I believe it. Oh, man, dude, one more. One of the Try Guys was someone who made his whole personality about loving his wife, and turned out the guy was cheating on her for a while with people who worked on channel production, I believe. Never even watched him, but it got everywhere online. Guys do be cheating on their wives, though. It do be. It do be. Fame does things to people. Unsightly things. Interesting take, maybe. Famous people, yeah. Also true. It might just be like hyperinflated because, you know, everybody's got eyes on their lives, you know? Even though at the end of the day, they're just people we choose to pay attention to. It does make you wonder why people get married if they don't actually want to be married. Big. Who's Cody +2? I know the reason for everything in general, but it seems silly. Yeah, that's true. It is silly. +2 is for his testicles. Each one, yeah. +2. Yeah, man, most parties sound like they were terrible. Not gonna lie. They don't sound like they were a good time at all. That guy was doing some weird stuff. Yeah, because men want to lose their half the custody of kids. Yep. Half their money in custody of kids and be homeless. That's true. That's what you're signing up for when you get married, man. You got to keep that in mind. That's what I liked about Marcus Aurelius, is that there's like a line in there and he's like, you got to see through everything, you know? It's just like nothing. That's all it is. Get rid of your feelings on it. Best way to do it is get married and cheat. The wives are more likely to have financial problems and homeless after divorce. Does that make women the true men? Debates in chat. Whoa, men. Oh, man. Wow, that dodge, dude? I don't know how I didn't die there. I'm going to be honest. I don't not know. Whoa, man. Ugh. I'm gonna be good at this level at some point. I like to play it though. It feels pretty good to play, so I guess we succeeded in that. This one feels more random. But I am getting better. Fuck. Fuck. If it was anything but that, I would have succeeded. Whoa, I didn't think I was going to hit by that. Made it. Absolutely pro. Oh. I'm a believer. Done. I'm too good at my own game, man. So, assuming we're terrible at programming video games, if these are the only 4 levels that I end up releasing in December, it's going to be pretty good. Going to be pretty good. We're going to make it 5. I need to get some 900 deaths on this. Man, I'm terrible, actually. Forget what I said. 901 deaths. Assuming I get the sound for that done in December too. 5 levels. Awesome. Everything else, bonus. That's what I'm calling it. Anything else is a bonus after that. Ugh. Alright guys, I need you to snake our drain for us. I don't feel like doing it. I'm going to be honest. I need these doors painted. And I need somebody to snake the drain. So if you guys got nothing going on, you can just come over and get that done. And then I gotta go do ceiling tiles in another suite. Your level that only comes after you die 1,000 times on a level. I was thinking of doing some kind of secret level thing, because I got in the code I have it set so like a level could be a secret level. So I don't know. Something teaches patience and tenacity. Why do you say it like I'm not going to be the one doing both those things? Because somebody else has to do it instead of you, Jade. You got things to do. Jade is my snake guy, so... Oh, man. This is terrible. Jade's got a lot of work on her plate. Alright, we got to get the snake, though. So I can't count change, but I can be your snake guy. What does that mean? I have been getting a lot of level ideas lately from people that are like, what if it was just like you wait 30 minutes for like an egg to hatch? That was from my cousin. I'm kind of teasing him with this, but I thought it was a funny. His suggestion was like, why don't you have a level where you have to sit on an egg for 30 minutes? I'm like, this is why you're not a game designer, because that is a terrible idea. That would not be fun. Like, what are you talking about, buddy? It was really funny. He did have some other good ideas, though. That one I just found was hilarious. And then even yours right there, Bronahem, was like, what if 1,000 deaths? Stanley Parable had weird shit like that. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if I don't want to really reward people for being bad, though, you know? There should be no reward for being dismal. I can think of a few levels where you can probably get. No, like the egg thing. Oh, got it. Maybe not 30 minutes, but you know. Yeah. So make a level that's not rewarding. Sounds like a skill issue. Obviously, it's a skill issue. It's all on me. Or put it in the city. I could put it in the city. Don't make it a level. That's true too. It could just be a thing in the city. Speaking of which, our city's kind of filling out. We've been working on the docks lately. And I've started making it so you can go inside the church. And then we got the health clinic. Get out of the way, guys. Let the cat speak, okay? Look at him. Look at him go. He's like the only thing outlined in this game. And I'm going to leave it just like that. Not going to change it. Make it a parade level where they throw tomatoes at you and jeer. Cute. I'm glad you like the cat. I also made my water for my Cubert level cube as well. I feel like you'd appreciate that, Brono. It's diegetically harmonious. I'm obviously going to change the layout of this. It's not going to look like the spindly, triple-towered whatever I got going on here. Dude, maybe I'll make the bridge cube too. Oh, man. Make a level where you need the mic and have to speak for 10 minutes. You did what for me? I didn't do anything for you. I'm just showing you. I'm showing you the cubes of water. Because I figured you'd dig them. No, I do have you, Oh, yeah. Watery. I do have you in the game, though. You're in the fear of aging level. Here. That's you right there. Eat less, move more. Look at it. It looks like you, doesn't it? With the big ass arms. Bro. Let's fucking go. Me from 3 years ago. He thinks you represent youth. That's what I'm gathering here. Hell yeah, dude. Jade's in the game too. From like 3 years ago. She's with the Jada. Oh yeah, you're in here. You're in the bar as well. No whale, so it doesn't count. Damn it. Or I constantly complain about age. He does both. Yeah, both you guys are up there. Then there's Teitoku, Esley, Sam, Billy. So I forget who wanted me to make Dr. Disrespect in the game. I forgot I did that. Somebody told me to do Dr. Disrespect. I did a pretty good job of him, honestly. And then we have, obviously, the Time Wizard, Old Rust, Kafkask, and then Starman. Tyler level 1. I've been considering it. I've literally never heard you complain about age. It was a phase. Bruno, final boss. He's the pedo, Cody. Raffle, that's good. Yeah, that's true. He is technically a pedo, isn't he? But I drew the sprite so good, I have to leave it in. Your name got the head. Starman? Yeah. Yeah, it's Starman, dude. What? You don't like the name? God forbid. Technically. Oh no. I said it without thinking. Yeah, he sent messages, right? There's no technically to it, right? He sent messages on Twitch chat or something. Yeah. Yeah, technically he is. I forgot about that. I watched a video on that. Listened to it in the background. Oh no. Egads. Cody canceled. Irrelevant streamer mentions technically a new Twitch chat beta thing where Twitch employees were monitoring what happened. That's good. Was a good run. Yeah, well, I guess that's all there is, folks. We're out. Said there was no doubt she told him how old she was and said it didn't matter. Yeah, that sounds like something he'd say. I also remember like videos of him. Somebody had some like live streamer had caught him at a like bar. Jump off the bridge, dead in the water. Can we get 10 followers for a real G? Yeah, can we, man? 10 followers for a real G. Yeah, I think that's all I need, dude. 10 followers. Speaking of which, I should probably... Yeah, let's look. How do I see the, I don't even know what I'm doing. Isn't there a way to see, like, people who followed you? Honestly, I have no idea. Okay, well, I'll thank those people later. I saw I got some follows off stream. One of them was, like, P4 Loop and somebody else, so thank you for the follow. What you need is some real G's so we can play plumber instead of snaking it ourselves. Pay. Oh, got it. Pay the plumber. That's true. We need some real G's so we don't gotta work anymore. That's what we're aiming for. The real G's. Maybe one day I'll witness those G's. Oh, this level's almost done too. I just gotta add sound. I need laughing sounds. I have some. I'm gonna steal them. Siphon them from my recordings. Play plumber? Cody after dark? No, you don't want to see me pump. Actually, Jade's better at doing the plumbing work than I am, I'm going to be honest. We'll see in the end who gets it undone, but I'll leave that for you guys. It's in my bones. It was hereditary for Jade. Growing up, all she knew was plumbing. As a plumber's daughter. It's actually true. It is true. This is like the hardest section. I don't remember. Fuck. That's why I know being a landlord makes you a suspicious person. As a plumber. As a plumber, you know. Alright, we should probably go get that snake. And then snake the drain. And I should probably go try 500 keys. And do the tiles for that suite. So, either you're overworked or you're taking advantage of people. There's no in between. There's no in between. Alright, well, thank you guys for coming out for the Jump Off Bridge stream today. It was kind of random. We made some spikes. That's about it. We talked a little. We got familiar. We did stuff. Bronaham's buying businesses. You streaming later, Brono? You better be. Yeah, have a good night. Thank you, Heather. Take care. I'll see you later. Don't work too hard, guys. Yeah, probably soon. Sweet. Can't wait. I can't wait for some Bruno math. All right. Awesome. Have a good stream. Have a good night. Peace wherever you are. And good luck for now. Love you all.